Today, the most honest prayer I ever prayed happened in water cold enough to stop my thoughts completely. Welcome to Sacred Grit, a podcast equipping men to conquer addiction and overcome inner struggles through physical, mental, and spiritual disciplines so you can become a man of honor and integrity. I'm Jason.Lyle. Now let's get to work. Today you'll learn cold water silences the noise that keeps you from hearing anything real. The body has to come down before the spirit has room to speak. This is your action step. One cold exposure today as a spiritual practice, not a physical one. This episode is brought to you by MMB Dentistry. What's up, my dude? Welcome back to the Sacred Grit Podcast. All right, let's talk about some cold water. If you listen long enough, or if you're a friend of mine and you listen to this, you know what I am going to say. I'm going to tell you it is the medicine that cures what ails you. But I want to tell you why. Because cold water silences the noise that keeps you from hearing anything real. Now listen, man, I prayed in churches and counseling offices on my knees at the foot of my bed. None of those prayers ever silenced my mind the way that first ice bath did. The second my body hit the water, every ounce of my attention goes into one place: survival. Right? The mental chatter, the performance, the racing thoughts about what you should be saying to God, all of it stops. And what's left in that silence is the most honest moment you will ever have all day long. Because here's the thing, man, when you set that alarm off, when you first get, and I can tell you, I get up somewhere between 5 and 5:30 every single morning. I get out of the bed, I go to the bathroom, walk straight to that cold water and get in. And there's never a time where I'm like, oh man, I'm so excited to get in this cold water. But every time I get in, I am so glad I did. And it's funny because it's only the first 2 seconds that are bad. After that, it's like, man, I don't know what I was so worried about, because it completely brings my brain to a halt. Because it just silences that noise, right? The body has to come down before the spirit has room to speak. Now, this is not a metaphor. This is actually a sequence, right? You can't access stillness, presence, or connection while your nervous system is activated. Cold water forces an immediate activation and the demands that you stay present through it if you stay in the water. When you do, when you breathe and stay instead of running, your body learns that it can come down from anything. And in that coming down, there's room. Room for God, room for truth, room for the man underneath all the noise. And here's what you'll start to find, my dude. Like I said, you get in, you set that alarm off, you start to calm, you breathe, and everything comes down, and you realize that all of a sudden you have all this access inside of yourself to be tough enough to stay when it gets hard. And you're not fighting with the water. You're not white knuckling the water. You're just allowing that cold water to do what it does. It sets off those alarms and you just come right back down and you rest, man. And all of a sudden you find out there's room inside your soul for truth. There's the ability to be able to say, this is the man that I want to be. I want to be the man that gets up in the morning. I want to be the man that does the hard thing. I want to be the man that lets my body set off that alarm. I do the hard thing, but then I can bring it down in and of myself, and I can access this peace. And the Bible would say that surpasses all understanding, just a peace that's hard to understand. It's hard for me to get it into words, what it feels like. You just have to try it. So many men are doing it, and once they try it, they know exactly what I'm talking about. So this is your action step. One cold exposure today is a spiritual practice, not a physical one, right? Don't do this for the dopamine hit or the health benefits. Even though those are very real, do it as a prayer. Get in the water, stay for a couple of minutes. If you can't stay a couple of minutes, stay 30 seconds, 15 seconds, but don't perform words. Just stay present with the cold. Notice what rises when the noise clears. This is the practice. This is the sacred grit applied to your spiritual life. All right, my dude. So today you learn cold water silences the noise that keeps you from hearing anything real. The body has to come down before the spirit has room to speak. And this is your action step. One cold exposure today as a spiritual practice, not a physical one. My dude, thank you for listening. Before I let you go, I want to let you know again, my book Sacred Grit is out now on Amazon. It's the whole story, the bathroom floor, the cold water, the moment everything changed. If you're a man who keeps telling himself this is the last time this book was written for you, links are in the show notes. Go get you a copy. All right, this episode is brought to you by Chuck Little Nug Swenson down at Griffin Chick-fil-A. Chuck, not only my best friend, he is a great supporter of the show and all things that I do. If you or find yourself down in the Griffin area, be sure to stop in Chick-fil-A Griffin and tell Chuck Little Nug Swenson Jason sent you. All right, my dude. I hope you have a great week. I'll see you on Sacred Sunday.